everybody, it's Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and today we're going to learn how to make 3 mini slimline cards. As always, supply links are down in the information section, and without further ado, let's get started. Mini slimline cards are super easy to make. This is just a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. This is a Nino white cardstock, and you're going to cut to 6 inches. Keep this for later for anything else that you might want to use it for, and then also 6 inches. So now you have a 6-inch square, and then just fold this in half. It really does make it really easy to make a ton of cutie little mini slimline cards because most of the paper stacks that are out there are 6 by 6 inches. And you can make a ton of cards with a standard 6 by 6 paper pad just like this. We're going to use this really cute die set called Away We Go die set for all 3 of our slimline mini cards. There's a whole bunch of really cute dies, including the cruise ship, the car, the airplane, the hot air balloon, and even a camera. Don't forget, before you use your die, use your little snipping tools to pull apart all the pieces and cut off the extra bits, and then throw the little pieces that are connecting into the trash. So let's make our first slimline mini card with the ombre die cut waves and the cute little cruise ship. I'm using this Wacky Waves die set from Maker's Movement, and it's got 4 separate dies in there that all have a little bit of a wave pattern. I'm only going to be using 3 for this particular project. One that's a little bit kind of a slow wave, and I've taped it down, and I'm going to show you how we're going to extend it to work for the entire length of the card. One a little bit higher up, and to make sure you have them stacked correctly, just stack your sheet of paper. Make sure you've got them on there just the way you want to. The way that this die works is it's got a little bit of stitching on the bottom. So I want to have the stitching show. So make sure that the stitch or the stitching part is faced down. So I'm going to have this go right about here. Now, because it's got a funny curve on one end, I'm actually going to line this up on the other side. So just to make sure that all of my dies are lined up correctly and they're not twisted the wrong way like this little guy is right here, I'm just going to line them up like this. Put the next one on, and you can see where your dies are lined up, if they're gonna work for you or not. And there we go. Now it's just a matter of die cutting them. Once I've run the colors with the wave dies on each of the 3 blue colors, I then shift them down and line them up and continue to run them through. Once they've been run through, I then do a little snipperoonie and make sure that they look pretty continuous and not like they're 2 separate dies. Then I'm gonna run through the little cruise ship. I'm just gonna do white and black with some red smokestacks. And then now I'm gonna take all of these little pieces here that I got from my smokestack, and I'm gonna run them through my Xyron sticker maker. This is gonna turn everything into a sticker, which makes life really simple. So here I've got the 2 big pieces and then the 2 tiny guys. So make sure you have them face the correct direction. And if you notice, I'm using only cardstock for all of this, which makes life really simple. And now it's time to put our card together. So the first one going down is the lightest color, and I'm using it on a white base. So just using my Mega Runner to add all these together. Then you do your medium one, it goes on next. And just make sure you keep lining them up at the bottom. If you're gonna do this wave feature, it's really simple. And then last, your bottom color or the darkest color. And since we're making it look like the ocean, we got some really cool ocean waves here. We're gonna do the bottom of the cruise ship, and we're gonna have it as it's strolling along right in here. Kind of hit one of the waves. It's gonna be the top of the cruise ship. Kind of sits right in the middle. Tuck it inside there. It makes it really easy to see. And then next you have your red smokestack, which you can place them. I'm gonna place them in the front, just like this. And they are a little angled, so they fit just nicely. Craft card base as the background, and then I'm using my Xyron Mega Runner to stick everything together and then place the front mat on there. I'm using my Misty to make sure that I get a really good clean stamp, so I'm gonna use my Close to My Heart black ink it up and give it a really good clean stamp. The stamp set is also from Maker's Movement. It's called a Message in a Bottle stamp, and it has a really cute sentiment called Let's Set Sail. That was just perfect for this one. Now it's time for our second mini slimline card with a cute little airplane and a little jet stream. I'm taking the airplane die and also the little swooshy, as if the airplane was flying to the clouds, and then running them through. Next stage is just putting it all together. So I've got my Xyron Mega Runner, and I'm gonna do a black background matte on my little mini slimline. And whenever I do mattes, I always go down by 1/4 of an inch. Makes it really simple. And then place our next piece on here. And then I go back to my handy dandy little sticker maker. It makes, again, life so much easier because everything turns into a sticker. Just place your pieces inside, run it through, tear it off, rub, take off the top. You can't get any simpler. And then place your airplane. I'm gonna tuck my wings under the base main part of the airplane so it looks like it's one piece. I'm going to use my Misty again with a stamp from Maker's Movement called Say It Out Loud, and this sentiment says, "Nothing can stop you now." I love that sentiment. I love Queen. And so we're gonna stamp this up with a little bit of the same close to my heart black ink, and just across the bottom. And then last I have this little heart punch. I'm going back to my red. Blue and red really are fantastic colors together. And then I'm just gonna put a little dab of glue right in the center of the airplane, and then place my little heart right in the center of that, just to really make that pop. And here is our second card. For our last mini slimline card, we have a landscape design with a little hot air balloon. For this card, I'm gonna make a cute hot air balloon scene. So I've got the dies from the Away We Go die set, which is the hot air balloon pieces, and the little clouds actually came from a different die set called Hello Sunshine. So I got them all, a couple of clouds, the hot air balloon, set to go, run it through the Xyron to make them stickers again, super simple. Now it's time to build the background of the card. So again, our little mini slimline card, we're gonna use Craft as our background piece, and we're gonna use blue as our sky. Really pretty. So I'm just gonna make some little rolling hills. So you just take your scissors and you just kind of go back and forth. If you don't have a die that cuts a beautiful rolling hill, it's really easy to make one. Add your adhesive to the grass, stick it on down, and now it's time to put our hot air balloon together. So now we have our balloon up in the sky. Little balloon piece, there's a pointy tip that goes up. And I know that because on the back side here, it does give a little bit of some information about the best way to put it together and what pieces go with what. Kind of a nice little heads up on that. We got the little bottom piece of the balloon. This is the basket. And then a couple of clouds up in the sky. Just a couple. Here we go. Maybe another one over here. Just checking with my stamp to make sure that my clouds are where they need to be, make sure they're centered correctly, and I am good to go. And I decided I needed one more little cloud, and I liked it coming off the page, almost like it's just kind of on there. So I just snipped off a little corner, ran it through my sticker maker again, and then added it right there. And there's still room to place my stamp. And just like before, I'm gonna use my Misty to get a really good clean stamp on this. Make sure I get a couple of good rounds, and everything is good to go. And there it is, super cute. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these super cute mini slimline cards. All supply links are all down in the information section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe, and don't forget to just create. Bye everybody.